Angela, can you wave at me in like 3 minutes?
No.
No.
Well, okay, I need to find me a timer. I don't know how am I going to time
Oh,
you.
hold on. I have a device.
Okay, nope, I'll do it.
Hey, my name is Youngberg, and I am doing a study on exploring on how secondary teachers describe gamification strategies to improve student engagement in English language arts. Oh. The purpose of my qualitative descriptive study is to explore how the secondary teachers describe gamification strategies of recognition, achievement, and advancement to improve student engagement in reading in the state of Oklahoma. Just as a background, gamification is the act of creating video game-like strategies and using them in non-video game-like components. It's really new. It's only been around since around 2008. So there's a lot of vacancies. The ones I picked on specifically is secondary education and education. And then also the idea that there's just not a lot in general. There's many areas need more studies. And so those two, English and education, did that. That identifies my gap, that they've got studies on cancer patients, they've got studies on advertisements, marketing, and they have some studies in education, but there's a lot of back and forth on whether it is or isn't, should or shouldn't, can and can't. So most of my gaps fall into the disagreement of the various studies that have already been completed in the last 16 years. My theory is the Herzberg's two-factor theory, which actually has two pieces. I'm going to focus on the motivators side. There's the personal growth, the work, and the responsibility motivates people to be successful and to work harder and do a better job. And that goes with achievement, recognition, and advancement that you would find in that Herzberg's two-factor theory. My focus is on the bottom three: achievement, recognition, and advancement. Gamification strategies fall in line with all 6 of those motivator strategies. Rewards, points, currency fall into achievement, leaderboards, badges, recognition, and then advancement. You want to level up, you want to do better. There are lots and lots more, but those were 3 that for this study. And it's not known how secondary teachers will describe that gamification strategy and whether it's improving student engagement in language arts. My questions are, how do secondary teachers describe the gamification strategy of recognition to improve engagement in reading, how they describe the strategy of achievement to improve student engagement in reading, and then also advancement to improve student engagement in reading. I chose a qualitative study because I'm not looking for what or if it is effective, but what, how it could possibly be effective or ineffective, and those teachers' thoughts and beliefs on that. So qualitative was the appropriate. Mixed methods could be something, but it's not what I wanted to do for my study. So that's why it wasn't chosen. My design is qualitative descriptive because I'm not looking at a specific phenomenon and looking for a connection necessarily. And also it's not one specific area that I'm looking into, so case study wouldn't have been appropriate. And the others, I'm not looking for a story from someone, and then I'm not looking to create a new theory with grounded theory either. My population is the state of Oklahoma and education, English language arts teachers in the state of Oklahoma. My target population, I'm looking at 2 major organizations: the Oklahoma Council of Teachers of English, which has about 500 to 700 followers, and then the Oklahoma Literacy Association. Those are both major English teacher organizations in the state. And then my sample size, I'm looking to obtain 40 participants who have responded to the questionnaire, and then I will lock down 15 to 20 participants for face-to-face one-on-one interviews to get my data. And then my data sources: questionnaire and interview, questionnaire to obtain those 40, and then I'll be interviewing the 15 to 20. I like video conferences because I can see what they said, not just hear what they said, but I can look at those faces and help make better decisions on what they intended. My permissions, I do have to get approval from the Facebook administrators, and then I will complete a field test and identify the results of those field tests, and then the chair and the committee, and then follow Grand Canyon University's IRB steps. Convenient sampling, because those two groups are easy to get a hold of. I have a connection. And then my purposeful sampling, again, I'm looking specifically for secondary English teachers who have utilized strategies of gamification in their classroom before. My questionnaires, it's going to be initial contact. And then my contingency plan is, if I have to make it bigger, I'll go to the Oklahoma Education Association, which is about 35,000 members. And in a really bad situation, I would look at looking at a bigger geographic region. So maybe Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, something like that, Arkansas. Interviews, again, I'll be contacting them with messaging. I'll use 2 recording devices, and then everything will be transcribed. As far as data management, I'll keep it for 3 years. It'll be saved on a hard device, and anything that's paper would be locked up. My data analysis, it's going to be downloaded from the questionnaire, and then I'll identify those 40 participants for interviews. And then my interviews, I will analyze it through the Braun and Clark 6 phases thematic analysis. What I loved about this theory, or this analysis method, was that I really do get to dig in and then just combine those different pieces that come together to really identify that theme. One piece that I'm interested in is, what if what I think isn't what happens, and this theory kind of helps me determine whether what I thought is actually what's going to happen. I like the way that was built out for this. Overview, feasibility, I have access needed. 6, you came back.
6, done.
All right. Thank you very much.
So if we were in the residency classroom, I said the same thing to Angela, I would be standing up and giving you a standing ovation.
Aw, thank you.
Very well done. So while we're on this slide, I just want to point out that Max QDA is only a frequent word search tool.
That's what I knew that for sure.
Your chair should be requiring hand coding at first, and then you could use Max to check it out.
After the fact. Okay, so I was thinking the other way around, that you'd use Max QDA to kind of get some of the, and then go back and kind of, okay. I mean, it makes sense both ways, but yeah, I can see why that hand coding first.
I had a learner, and he came to Starbucks, and he goes, well, they all love their supervisor. I go, was that one of your research questions? No. It's like, well, so go back one slide. We'll just kind of go back a little bit.
Okay.
Go back one more. Now, what does number 2 mean?
Data will be compiled and cleaned. So one, anytime we get that data, especially after using something like AutoROI, it's not going to come back the way it should have been. Your words are going to be wrong. It's not necessarily going to have that. You're going to have a lot of errors that you're going to have to go through and find. Like, it's not just going to come out clean and you can just start working with it. Go through, look at the transcribed data, but then go back and look at that video and make sure that those 2 things,
describing your questionnaire.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What would you be doing about cleaning the questionnaire?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking the interviews. So for those,
very right there. Yeah.
You're looking for those questionnaires that maybe didn't get completed. For one, compiled, I spelled that wrong.
Change the spelling on compile.
I'm so sorry. I wish somebody would have read it and told me, like 16 people in class. Anyway, no, in that case, I'm looking for questionnaires that didn't get completed, and then also questionnaires of people who don't fit the study. Some people just
here's a little deal. In your informed consent, you would have your pre-qualification criteria. So when they check the box saying, yes, I want to participate, they're also saying they meet the pre-qualifications.
Okay.
You don't have anything to scrub there.
Okay.
If you put the setting for your survey as all questions must be answered, you won't have any missing data.
Okay.
So just kind of think of it. So it's a strategy. It's a strategy, and you can do it either way, but just know that that's what that means.
Okay.
So anything, any incomplete questionnaires won't be used for the purposes of the study.
Right. Yep. If they miss one question, can't use it. So
what's unfortunate is, what if you get one, like, what if you get one and it's like they did just miss one and maybe it wasn't intentional, but it looks like it's like because we're doing a study through a university and there's all these things, we have to like
No.
it can't count.
Can't use it. Put the setting so that you get good data.
Now, is that after the fact, like when you're not working on a dissertation, does that still follow that rule? Or would you be able to then, like if you were just doing an article for a journal or something, would you then be able to reach out? Okay.
Yeah, do anything you want to then.
That's scary.
I know. It's like, go traumatize everybody. Yeah. Now, let's see. Okay, go back one side.
Okay.
We're going backwards.
Oops, that went the wrong way.
Okay, go back.
Oh, sorry. I think, yeah.
Okay, we're good there. Oh, sorry. I don't know what
No.
that's. And then
See, smartphones.
I know.
Recall Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh, Alexa, stop.
So, Angela, I do it every day. Here's the alarm for all the meetings for the next day. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to congratulate you on 2 recording devices on this slide. Yum, yum. That was good. Okay, then go back 1 or up 1. Your contingency plan, you're going to have an A, B, and it looks like a C here, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So you might want to talk about that in the population slide,
Okay.
your target population. That's where it's a bit more.
Okay.
Okay, go back a little bit. Now, here is one. I loved you for this one. So you get to be my little tutorial, right? Okay, you said, I'm going to use convenience sampling because I have access to this group.
Mhm.
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's not?
No, now here's my visual. This is your Facebook group.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's in here, really.
Right.
That is the convenience sampling.
Oh.
When you take out the ice cubes to interview, that's your purposive sampling. How's
Okay.
that?
So really the whole thing is purposive or purposeful.
No, the
Oh.
Facebook group itself, because you don't know for sure who's in there.
Mhm.
You don't know if they meet your pre-qualifications. They've got lots of people in there.
So that's why the
So it's correct. You're just telling me why it's correct.
Yes.
Ah.
Not because you have access to it.
Okay.
It's not convenient because I have access to it.
Okay. That
Yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that for me.
Oh, it's a little picky. How's that?
I like it. Someone else would, and it would be way too, I wouldn't want this to fall out later. So
Okay, go back up a couple of slides. Let's see where we are. So Angela, get in here anytime to. This one's good. Go back up. Now, where is age and gender in your purpose statement?
it's not.
Oh, darn. Well, then it's not going to be on this slide.
Oh.
You cannot ask for demographic data that are not in the purpose statement or research questions.
those will be on the informed consents, the pre-qualified questions, right? Where she can't ask those questions in her interviews or in the actual questionnaire questions, right?
Well, if it's a pre-qualification that they have to be male or
Mhm.
female, then she can say you have to be a female. You have to be a female for the study.
Right.
Mm.
You have to be between the ages of X and Y. Otherwise, she can't ask about those.
Okay.
But if I mean, because honestly, I don't care. I just need them to have had so many years teaching experience English.
That's a pre-qualification.
So I wouldn't have to put age and gender on there at all.
Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I mean, you read a lot of studies and like age and gender. And then of course I read lots of articles about age and gender. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna put it there, but
Well, if you want it, you have to add it to the purpose statement.
okay. I was like, now later on in life, that could be cool information to use. However,
That's why they stopped it, saying, no, we can't go fishing.
nice.
Based on the research that I've done, a lot of men are underrepresented in the research too. The majority of the population that is being studied is all primarily female.
Yeah. Okay, take me up to your design. Okay, now several times on here, your justification is about your study. The far right corner, far right column. It does not apply to this study in for narrative. So you use the definitions to justify how this design could be used for any study.
Okay.
Then in chapter 3, you add in your study. So,
Okay.
so for all of you, your method and design slides that you just developed here, you've written a section for chapter 3.
Mhm.
Bingo, done deal.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah.
You said chapter 3 is where we talk about ours.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. In chapter 1, well, I don't even know anymore. Where whoops. Whoops. So other than that, that's all I picked up.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Yep.
Great
How's
job,
it?
Jennifer.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Do you have any questions before I turn off your recording?
No, not off the top of my head. If I do, I'll email you since I now know how to accidentally do that.
Okay. Okay, we'll stop the recording.